A report in the Washington Post this afternoon, Dateline Berlin, Germany, caught our eye. It featured the organizer of a pro-Palestinian rally instructing protesters on what the Berlin police had deemed unacceptable for their protest. Among the possible offenses, chanting a German slogan that translates as, quote, "Jew, Jew, cowardly pig, come out and fight alone," unquote. That's a chant that has apparently been popular at rallies for the Palestinian people and against Israel, but is now banned. Now, questioning the Israeli government is something we have done continually on this show. Questioning or even protesting the actions of the Israeli government does not equal anti-Semitism, but many of the protests going on in Europe these days can be described as nothing but anti-Semitism. And considering the not-so-distant European history, that has many leaders in the region quite concerned. The conflict may be in the Middle East, but the passions ignited are worldwide. Pro-Israel, pro-Palestinian, pro-peace. But in Europe, authorities say that protests against Israel are increasingly taking on a hateful, anti-Semitic tone, with demonstrators upset by the actions of Israel taking out their anger on innocent Jewish people in Europe, ones not expressing pro-Israel views, ones just living their lives. In Paris, France, Jewish-owned businesses were vandalized, even set on fire, following a pro-Palestinian rally last week. In the UK, more than 100 anti-Semitic incidents have been reported over the last few weeks.
These type of violence directly directed against the Jewish community, against the synagogues. And that's something very new that reminds the Jewish community of the pogroms that we all heard of but never lived through.
Vandalism and fears of worse may seem not as important as war zone deaths, but anti-Semitism in Europe has a precedent, with a body count of 6 million, and a surge in recent years with thousands of Jews fleeing Europe amidst the toxic hate of extremist political parties. The situation's gotten so dire, just last week, the foreign ministers of France, Italy, and Germany, in a joint statement, denounced the hateful actions, writing, quote, "Attacks against people of Jewish belief and against synagogues cannot be tolerated in our societies in Europe. Nothing, including the dramatic military confrontation in Gaza, justifies any such transgressions in Europe." Here in the U.S., support for Israel is strong, though there have been some incidents.
Such a desecration of something that's holy.
Support of Hamas made its way to this Miami synagogue, painted alongside swastikas.
My wife is shaking. She woke up and heard this news. My wife is gathering the kids and she's shaking. She feels like this is 1940s all over again.
It is yet another troubling sign of hatred spreading beyond the bombs of war.